Okay guys, this is video 4. We're still going to be talking about compound sentences, but we're going to talk about other ways to put them together instead of the comma coordinating conjunction. Okay, we're going to talk about semicolons and special conjunctions. So our new formula is going to be independent clause, period, but this time we're going to join them with a semicolon and no coordinating conjunction. Our other option, I guess I've got room here, is independent clause, period, semicolon, comma, and in here is what we have our special conjunction. It would be a conjunctive adverb, so I'm going to go CA. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. But maybe those formulas will help you out. So, two or more simple sentences, each considered a main clause or an independent clause, comprise a compound sentence. We learned that in the last videos. Main clauses can also be joined to build a compound sentence by using a comma followed by a conjunction, such as for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. Those are our fanboys. That's not new information. However, we don't necessarily have to use a conjunction to form a compound sentence. We may use a semicolon to join two main clauses or two independent clauses without a conjunction. That formula right there. A semicolon is also used if we want to do this special case. It could be used before a conjunctive adverb, such as moreover, however, furthermore, etc. We're going to see some examples in the sentences that we're going to look at. So here's the same sentence, same meaning, but it's kind of punctuated and put together three different ways. So here's the first way, the way we're familiar with. Spring arrived late this year. That's my first main clause or independent clause. Mona's garden was as beautiful as ever. My second independent clause. And this time it's joined by the old faithful coordinating conjunction, comma coordinating conjunction. Okay? Here's our new way. We can take the same two clauses and join them with the semicolon. Keep the period at the end. Or we could do this. Spring arrived late this year. Mona's garden was as beautiful as ever. I could do semicolon. Sorry guys. Conjunctive adverb, comma. Okay. Spring arrived late this year. However, Monica's garden was as beautiful as ever. It's the same sentence, it's the same meaning, but having all these different ways to put it together in our pockets will help in our writing because we'll, not rely on just one, and we'll be able to sort of spice up our sentences by doing more than one method. So I'm going to do the first three with you. We're going to underline each main clause. And if there is more than one main clause in a sentence, we're going to add a comma or a semicolon as needed. Then we're going to circle our comma or a semicolon so we can see it. Okay? So in the example, the two main clauses or independent clauses are roses grow near the fence, pansies grow beside the walk. They have been underlined, and my comma has been circled. If you want to, for consistency, we did this last time, we drew a line in between our two independent clauses. Okay? Books line the shelves, no one noticed them. First thing I've got to do here is I don't see a comma, I don't see a coordinating conjunction, so I've got to figure out where my two clauses meet up. Well, books lined the shelves, no one noticed them. This is kind of the trick. Books line the shelves. No one noticed them. It's right here, guys. That's where our two clauses meet up. So, I need some sort of punctuation there. And because there's no coordinating conjunction, I know my punctuation is going to be a semicolon. So I'll circle it so we can see it. All right? Our school colors are purple and white, however, many of our uniforms incorporate black as well. The way it's written now, it's a run-on sentence. It's two sentences kind of fused together, so we've got to fix it. The first thing I see is this word however. However is one of our conjunctive adverbs, so I think my two phrases, my two clauses are meeting up here. Our school colors are purple and white. That's an independent clause that stands on its own. Many of our uniforms incorporate black as well. That's an independent clause that stands on its own. And they are being joined by semicolon, conjunctive adverb, comma. So I'm circling the two pieces of punctuation that I've added. All right, so we've seen the semicolon, we've seen the semicolon conjunctive adverb comma, and let's see what number 3 is. Wait for the bus or you will have to walk several miles. Well, the first thing I see here is one of my coordinating conjunctions. So wait for the bus, yes, that's an independent clause, with you understood being the subject. On the other side of or, you will have to walk several miles, that's an independent clause. So I could add my comma here, and I've got pattern 1, independent clause, comma, coordinating conjunction, independent clause, period. Why don't you guys do, as I said, 6 or 7 on your own, and then we'll finish up the rest together in class.